Hey, what's going on, guys? MTAShed here. My channel is dead, so I'm trying to take over this one. Unfortunately, this one is even more dead.
Oh my god.
Alright, I'm going. See you later. Enjoy the Destiny content.
What is up, guys? Rick Kackis here. Me and MTash are off in San Francisco for a gaming event, so the bromance is strong. And today we've got some brand spanking new Destiny 2 news, courtesy of the Bungie weekly update that has just come out, unveiling official information. The main highlight this week definitely is what the heck is going on for the Imperium Foundation, one of the last key points of the seasonal calendar. So Bungie unveiled exactly how that event is going to work. So let's talk about it. So the Empyrean Foundation, it's going to be an effort to rebuild something in Destiny 2, and the leaks are suggesting that it could be rebuilding the lighthouse within Mercury, which would obviously be exactly what you need for the return of Trials of Osiris, or Trials of Saint 14, or whatever kind of trials Bungie decides to reintroduce. So next season is looking pretty probable for a Trials return. But in any event, talking about this event specifically, how do you rebuild? How will the community go about this? Well, essentially, you're contributing your Factline, your Polarized Factline, to the cause. You're going to go to the Tower Obelisk, and then you're going to donate 100 Polarized Factline, like, per donation. You can contribute, obviously, 100 Factline a bunch of times in a row, and you're going to get certain benefits for doing so. Firstly, you're going to be working towards this community goal, and we'll talk about those goals in a sec. But in terms of stuff that you get, so when you do contribute 100 Factline, you're going to generate a 25% flat progression for all time-lost weapon bounties in your inventory. That is really interesting. So you could pick up a bunch of, Perfect Paradox time-lost bounties from the Tower Obelisk, and then you churn through a bunch of contributions of your Factline and level those all up pretty much instantly from what it sounds like, which is a pretty darn efficient way to farm those time-lost bounties. I know, as someone who was farming the crap out of a god roll for the Perfect Paradox, going and killing Vex with finishers for a couple hours was a little time consuming. But that's not all. Your Tower Obelisk will generate Polarized Factline for you each week, equivalent to his resonance power, and increase its resonance power by upgrading other obelisks. Players who donate more than 5,000 Polarized Factline before the end of the season will earn a Triumph and this emblem shown here. So showcasing that you did a lot for this rebuilding effort. Now, as I mentioned before, there is some community stages. So Bungie says everyone in the community will also receive a shader when all stages are completed. Here's a look at the community goals for the 7 stages. So stage 1, 400 million total Factline donated. Stage 2, 700 million. Stage 3, 1 billion 200 million. And stage 4, 5, 6, and 7 are kept secret for now. Bungie says everyone is welcome to contribute. This event will be available to all Destiny 2 players and doesn't require this season's pass. You can start prepping this week by stockpiling Factline and making sure that your Tower Obelisk is powered up and ready to go. So that is definitely interesting. I'm curious as to what we as a community will be unlocking when we hit those community goals of past 1,200 million. I hope that there is some exclusive loot and rewards as we're leveling up those tiers. For example, we get to tier 5 and a brand new weapon via a time lost bounty becomes available to everyone. That would be super cool, and I really hope Bungie goes in that direction, because otherwise, if you're just looking at a shader for reaching the max goal, it's not as big of an incentive, obviously, as something like a new weapon. But moving on from there, we have some more stuff to talk about. So, Twitch Prime is getting some Destiny rewards. So yesterday this was announced, and there's going to be 6 monthly drops. Each drop will contain 4 different rewards. So this is kind of like the first drop you're going to get. So if you have Twitch Prime and you have that Destiny 2 reward, you're going to get the Suros regime, you're going to get a shader for the Suros, you're going to get an exotic ship and an exotic ghost. And that's going to change throughout those 6 different drops. I know the Prospector is going to be a reward for one of those months and so on, and I think this is fantastic news. If you're a veteran player who maybe hasn't collected all of the cosmetics available in these drops, boom, now you get access to that. New players are now going to have an incentive to not only start playing Destiny 2 but play a little bit more. The weapons, stuff like the Suros, and especially the Prospector. This Prospector is actually cracked. It does a lot of damage, and it's just like very cool, accessible exotics that are going to give new players a reason to try them out and play the game. So I'm all for that. Check it out if you haven't. Now, a couple more things to mention. We have this shirt available to purchase, and the proceeds are going to help the Australian wildfires. So definitely, if you want to support a great cause, get some sweet swag, check this out. Obviously, the Bungie weekly update is linked in the description of this video. And some interesting housekeeping, like as you guys maybe know, this update that hit on Tuesday's reset was pretty wild. Everyone's currency got deleted, so Bungie had to roll back everyone's character by about an hour, like taking it back to like 8:30 in the morning. So progress made between 8:30 and 9:30 Pacific AM, that was lost. So if you like got a great loot job, if you got the 1K voices finally during that time, you gotta get it again. Like, it sucks, but it was a pretty wild event. Also, this update was supposed to fix the issue where you could store the exotic perks of the Worm God Crest, I believe, and the Winter's Guile exotic gauntlets indefinitely by switching armor and then switching back to those exotics. So those were actually disabled in-game, and they're supposed to be re-enabled with this update. Well, they were, but this wasn't actually fixed. You could still store their perks by switching armor, so they've been disabled again. So if you're looking forward to using them, I definitely was in creating some melee builds. They're gone again, so hopefully Bungie can get on top of that and finally get those fixed. Guys, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed, found this interesting. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at @RickKackis. That's linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.